Guys, here we are on Friday, May 1st to do lesson 5-10, which is the math boxes for today. So our first question, we need to use a centimeter ruler to measure the line segment. Well, just in case you don't have one, we'll go ahead and we can use mine. So remember, I have to put mine right at the end because I don't have, my ruler doesn't start a little bit in, it starts right at the end. So when I line that right up, if I look here, my ruler, well, this would be, this is 7 and this is 8 right here, and this would be 7.5, and I can see it's going just a little bit past that. So is it going to be closer to 7 or is it going to be closer to 8? Well, if it goes past that halfway mark, which it just barely does, it's going to be closer to the 8. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to fill in that it is about 8 centimeters, okay? We always want to try to, if it's past that halfway point, we always want to go to the next centimeter up. Okay, so for this one, we want to write the time. Now, I'm going to have you do this one on your own, but I want you to be very careful. Look at where the hour hand is. I'll give you a hint. This one's the hour hand. Look at where it is. Is it pointing directly at a number? Not exactly. So it's still between two numbers. Think about what two numbers it's between. Which one has it gone past, but it's not quite to the next one yet? And then remember, if you remember, each of our big numbers stands for 5 minutes, okay? So you can keep going around to help you figure out your minutes for that one. Now, number 3, you buy an apple for 45 cents. You pay with $1. How much change will you get? Well, let's think. How many cents are there in $1? Well, we can write this here. There are 100 cents in $1. Your apple only costs 45. So how much more to get to that dollar would you end up getting back as change? Okay, give that one a try and then we can go over it together. Write a number with 5 in the hundreds place, 0 in the ones place, and 3 in the tens place. You might be able to do it in your head, but if not, think of it as our hundreds, tens, and ones, and then you can put your number in the proper places. Okay, you can make 45 cents with 1/4 and how many dimes? We did this a little while ago, okay? So I think last week in one of our class chats. And then for this one, you can make 60 cents with 3 dimes and how many nickels, okay? So think about how much this is, and then you could even off to the side draw how many more of these dimes and count as you draw would you need to get up to the amount that you need. And then down here, how many more nickels would you need? Write the number word for 405. 405. So write that in words. So I'm going to have you go ahead, pause your video to do your work, and when you come back, we'll go over the answers. Okay, guys, we're going to go ahead and go over the answers. So when I looked at my hour hand, I noticed that it was between the 7 and the 8. It had gone past the 7, but it wasn't quite yet to the 8. So it's still in the 7 o'clock hour. And then if I count my minutes, I was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So it's 7:45. Now here we buy an apple for 45 cents. We paid with $1, which before we said was 100 cents. How much change will you get? So I made my 45 cents here. And then what I did is I counted up until I got to 100 with my coins. So I added a nickel to get me to 50. Then when I added a quarter, that got me to 75. When I added another quarter, that got me to 100 or $1, okay? So then I looked, well, that's what I had before, but I had to add there were 2 quarters and a nickel that were more, that I gave them that much more. So I got 55 cents as change because this amount is what I'll get back since I gave them the full $1. Over here, I get the number 530 when I put all these in the correct place. Okay, down here, to make 45 cents, what I did is I drew the quarter that they gave me, okay, that we had, and then I drew dimes, and instead of writing how much they were underneath it, I counted on. So this was 25, so I added a dime, that was 35. I added one more, that was 45. So I can see, oh, I didn't even write that down. I can see that I need 2 dimes, okay? I did the same thing here. I drew the 3 dimes that they gave me, and I need to make 60 cents. So then what I did is I drew my nickels and I counted on. So I have 30 cents, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. And then I count that I had needed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 nickels, okay? And last one, write the number word for 405, 405. And that's it. So these are our answers for the math lesson for Friday, May 1st. Awesome job, everyone.